We have Devin here, who is from Switch, South Africa, has been running this studio there for quite some time, has just expanded as well fairly recently. So the first thing, Devin, is do you mind just giving a brief history of how you got into fitness there?
Yeah, sure. So I've always had a passion for fitness. I mean, I started off rowing at a school level. So always my passion was kind of strength and conditioning and the rowing, so the performance side of things. And then I studied marketing. I graduated with honors in marketing and happened to stumble across a Switch class one day. Was passionate about it and joined up with the owners and now run the marketing for Switch Playground. So it's been quite a roller coaster. I've only been involved with Switch for just over a year and a half now, and it's been an incredible journey. I think the fitness landscape is evolving rapidly, and you've got to be on your toes all the time to make sure you stay on trend and up to date with what's going on, and even more now with Corona.
Yeah, sure. So talking about that, the change and the evolution, how have you been managing everything over the last few months?
So obviously we saw the shutdown happening around the world, obviously in the UK, and we've got 2 studios in America. So we try and stay in contact with the New York branches as much as possible. And they kind of gave us a heads up and said, hey guys, we've just closed. It's most likely going to come to South Africa in the next week or so. And then pretty much overnight, we shut the studio on the 24th of March. We still closed. So we've been closed for nearly 4 months now. And we've actually managed to migrate to the online platform quite successfully. I think our model's always been, and I heard a lot of the panelists touching on it, but it's always been about creating an experience and connecting with our client base. So we really take time to send out emails to all of our clients, let them know what we're doing, let them know what we're thinking, and try and be there as a support system as much as possible. So we have seen a good migration through to online, and it's really highlighted some of our strengths, some of our weaknesses. You know, it gives you this opportunity to relook at your business. When post-COVID, you're spending so much time in the gym and you're always saying, I'll get to it. And you never actually take the time to step back and look at the fundamentals of your business. And this downtime's actually allowed us to take a step back and look at what's important. And as Emma said, cut out what's not serving us and plan a new strategy moving forward.
Great. And how have your members kind of taken to the transition? And do you feel that you've been able to retain a lot of them? Have you gotten any new clients as well from this transition to online?
So the transition was quite good. Obviously, when we first shut down, everyone thought we were only going to be shut down for 3 weeks and this would all blow over very quickly. So we saw a rapid growth onto online. People were excited. As we've gone on longer and longer, we've started to see these waves come in and out. So as a brand, you've constantly got to be innovating, touching base, doing customer highlights, and we have to find new clients. I love using this example, but one of our clients, just a new client, lives in Cape Town. So from our studio, it's like 1,000 kilometers. And her sister actually lives in Switzerland. And it's so incredible that they can now share an experience together. So these are 2 new clients. One of the sisters training in South Africa and the other one's training in Switzerland. They log onto the call. They share an experience together. They can see each other on the Zoom screen. They share this workout and it's like almost bringing them together, something that's really opened our eyes to the possibility of online workouts.
Great. And how are your members finding using kind of like their own facilities during the online classes? Have you gotten much feedback on that?
Yeah, so almost every month we try and touch base with our clients. We send out surveys. We try and after every class, we always have an email where they're welcome to give us any feedback. So some of the feedback we got was that they're struggling to get equipment. And then we actually opened up our studio and started renting out our equipment just as a secondary source of income. And that helps a lot of our clients. because now we started to run some body weight classes, and we're starting to build up into classes that incorporate a lot more equipment. So your dumbbells, kettlebells, and as I think Emma said again, moving more in towards the strength training, which people are really starting to enjoy. And people have almost they've made a plan to, their study or the spare room, they've converted it into a fully kitted out gym just about, with dumbbells, kettlebells, and people have really embraced this new way of training.
Great. And have you heard much feedback from clients that they're missing the in-studio experience?
Yeah, I think one thing that's so important to us is that human connection. We've tried as much as possible to replicate and get that experience factor over our Zoom classes. We've really been innovative with the filming and the sound quality. We've included live DJs in some of our classes. On the weekends, we try to change it up as much as possible. But the one thing people always give us feedback on is that it's just not the same as looking someone in the eye and having a coffee after the class. It's those little add-ons that I think you'll really struggle to beat. Obviously, we know it's a really valuable market, but something as simple as just grabbing a coffee after the workout with one of the trainers or speaking to the trainers, and that's where people really miss that human interaction.
Yeah, sure. Very understandable. What would you say is the most surprising thing that you've encountered maybe in the last few months?
I'd say definitely before COVID, we never even thought about going online. We're kind of almost anti-technology, as crazy as that might sound. But this has just highlighted the potential of going online and made us realize that there's massive segments out there that we can capitalize on. We've had people joining our classes from, you name it, New York, France, all over the world, Switzerland, which has been quite incredible for us and really opened our eyes to the potential.
Great. And so on that, where do you see the next 6 months or so for Switch, and then for the industry as well?
Yeah. So I think for us, we've started building up content. We predict that we're probably going to open within the next month and a half. But understanding that there's so much misinformation in South Africa around what's safe, are the gyms safe? So we've kind of had the foresight to start building up content libraries where we now you've taken the last 4 months to build these structured workouts. We filmed them, we've gotten our trainers in. So that's going to be a new segment of our business where people can come in and buy programs that they can do themselves, or videos, on-demand content that we use through the Glofox app. That's definitely going to come in. And then I think it's just about embracing the hybrid model. So it's, often people can't attend a class because it's at the wrong time for them. Well, not to worry anymore. You just log onto the platform, choose your favorite workout, and you're good to go. And you can do it in the gym or at home. So you've kind of there's so many more ways to reach clients now.
Great. Maybe just another question or two there. How are you finding, keeping your staff active as well? The ones who are doing the training sessions, keeping them kind of like in line with everything?
Yeah, that's actually a great point. I think our staff were the biggest impacted by Corona, because obviously as a fitness instructor or anyone in the business, it's your life. You're almost at the gym 24/7. You're engaging with people. You're used to this high energy environment, and now the gym's been shut down. It kind of feels like a part of you has been ripped out. And I think a lot of our trainers sort of lost direction. So that was probably the biggest challenge we faced. And it was just really important to, as sort of a leader or a staff, it's important to provide a network and just have that open door policy where we have almost weekly check-ins with our trainers. We check on their mental state if they need help. We've done a lot of work with sort of mental coaches, looking at different ways, including things like meditation, and just trying to be as supportive as possible. And then obviously teaching them that there is a new way to generate revenue, a new way to connect with people.
Got it. Yeah. Well, Devin, certainly Thank you very much for taking the time today. Best of luck over the next few months there, and I'll just leave it off to Kevin there with one announcement.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.